Welcome to HOA Stories, the channel that dives deep into the wildest HOA drama, epic Karen takedowns, neighbor revenge, and pure justice served cold, all wrapped in gripping, real-feel narratives inspired by the chaos we all love to hate. Picture this: a regular guy named Marcus Thompson, still grieving the loss of his wife Sarah to cancer, decides to honor her final dream. During her chemo sessions, Sarah used to sketch little cabin designs on napkins, a quiet mountain retreat where they could watch sunrises without hearing traffic, where the air tasted like pine needles instead of hospital disinfectant. After she passed, Marcus found 2.1 acres of raw, sloped land in Pinewood Heights, 12 miles from the nearest paved road. The real estate agent, Karen Whitmore, sharp-dressed and smiling like she already owned the mountain, assured him it was unrestricted wilderness. No rules, no committees, just privacy for a blue-collar guy like him. He paid $47,000 and started building. For 6 long years, every weekend became a pilgrimage. He taught himself construction from YouTube and sheer stubbornness. Frozen fingers, blistered hands. Every dollar he had went into those hand-cut logs. The silence up there was so deep you could hear your own heartbeat. He cleared the exact spot Sarah had imagined, facing east for the sunrises she never got to see. Every board, every nail carried her memory. Neighbors thought he was crazy, but a few became quiet allies. Elderly Elena Rodriguez brought warm tamales. Disabled vet Tom Bradley shared honest coffee and admired the electrical work. By year 6, the cabin was almost done. Copper drawer pulls in the kitchen, decks sanded smooth at dawn. That's when Karen returned. Now HOA president, she climbed out of her white BMW, clipboard in hand like a weapon. Illegal structure, she announced. Appraised at $285,000 without architectural committee approval. 45 days to demolish, or we seize the property. Her words dripped with condescension. People like him needed to learn their place in civilized communities. The fine started at $1,000 a day. Certified letters piled up. Family-connected inspectors red-tagged the cabin for fabricated violations. Insurance threatened cancellation, putting his electrician's license and entire livelihood at risk. Karen's network was tight. Husband on the insurance board, cousin as building inspector, wealthy friends building massive projects with zero fines while working-class owners got crushed. But Marcus wasn't alone. Elena shared a folder proving selective enforcement. Photos of expensive homes built after the rules with no approvals. Tom offered tactical support. Then came the turning point. During foundation digging 6 years earlier, Marcus had pulled a rusted steel tube from the ground. Inside was a perfectly preserved 1892 territorial survey. Yellowed, hand-drawn, but legally binding. The original boundaries revealed something explosive. Marcus's property extended far beyond what anyone thought, encompassing the community center, tennis courts, and half the parking lot. Facilities the HOA had built and maintained for 20 years on land they never owned. Karen's family had known about the discrepancies before incorporating the HOA. They'd planned to develop on private land, collected millions in fees for facilities built on stolen property, and targeted vulnerable families who couldn't fight back. The fraud ran deep. The climax was pure drama. Demolition crew on site, Karen in a designer hard hat, gloating and waving seizure papers. Marcus pulled out phone recordings of the rigged inspections. Surveyor Jake Rothschild arrived with verification documents and announced the truth on the spot. The crew stopped. Karen's face drained of color. She staggered back, heels scraping gravel, then fled in her BMW as her empire began to collapse. From there, everything snowballed. A viral news investigation exposed the corruption. State fraud detectives got involved. The HOA treasurer confessed to years of embezzlement. Sarah's cousin Ralph, a retired civil rights attorney, joined the fight. 12 targeted families came forward for a class action. At the annual HOA meeting, with cameras rolling, the 1892 survey was projected on screen. The entire room realized they were sitting on Marcus's private property. Karen's desperate lies unraveled live. A vote of no confidence passed 73-2. She resigned, was later arrested on embezzlement and conspiracy charges. Her family faced separate counts and had to sell assets. Justice arrived swiftly. All fines dismissed, legal costs reimbursed, the community said her land purchased at fair market value. Marcus donated the payout to create Sarah's Workshop Foundation, a free training center teaching electrical, plumbing, construction, and solar skills to single parents, veterans, and people rebuilding their lives. Graduates started businesses, repaired homes for the elderly, and spread real change. Marcus finished the cabin exactly as Sarah sketched it: eastern deck for sunrise coffee, granite fireplace for winter nights, copper pools catching morning light. Every morning he sits there, the mountain wind through the pines, sounding like her voice whispering, "Welcome home." The land her great-grandfather claimed in 1891 is finally free, now a place of laughter, tamale nights, veteran gatherings, and lessons in standing up for your rights. The big takeaway for every homeowner: HOAs cannot legally override recorded government surveys or deeds. Only official boundaries matter. Knowledge that can protect families from clipboard tyrants. If this story had you cheering for the underdog or raging at the entitlement, drop your own worst HOA nightmare in the comments below. Let's expose these power-hungry bullies together. Hit like if justice feels good. Subscribe for more David vs. Goliath tales that restore faith in persistence and truth. And turn on notifications so you never miss the next wild one. Thanks for watching HOA Stories, where Karens meet their match, and sometimes the little guy wins big. See you in the next video. Clapperboard.